Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again, and potentially, while we're in this building anyway, the last video on this car. So, I hope you've got the last one. If you haven't, go and check it out. It's my last upload. And yeah, it's been a journey, hasn't it? It has really been a journey. So my kind of build from James was make it solid, make her good, and make her drivable again. You know, so she can be painted back on the road. So that's what we've done. Some things we've done a little bit on a budget, like we could have put a whole rear quarter in here, but there's absolutely no use because all this is original and nice, so we've just put a piece along the bottom. Not for everyone, but you know, a bit of filler. Body prep time is going to need, you know, work anyway. The car isn't straight, so it's going to need some work anyway, so that's not really a big deal. But where we can, we've used end machine or heritage panels, and I think it's come out really well. So in this episode, what we're going to get on with. Right, so in this episode, we are going to put the doors back on because, yeah, I've done all that off camera. I'm really sorry for that. Two skinned doors. Yeah, I just had to get that done, unfortunately. I didn't have time to film it. This is my last day to do work at this house. I should really start packing. So I've kind of briefly mentioned it, like the carport's going and stuff like that. We're moving. Both me and Mrs. S were relocating. We've both got new jobs, and we're going to relocate. So unfortunately I'm going to lose this carport. Where I'm moving to does have the same sort of size driveway again, which is awesome, but I don't have a carport and I do have a little garage again, so we still can do bits. But obviously we've got the lovely workshop, and that was the whole point of doing all that big move. So that's that reason. In this episode, what are we going to get done? So now we need to get a little bit of stone chip on the floors. I've gone round with a scotch pad and just scotched back the etch primer a little bit, just give it a bit more of a key. And all we're doing really is getting some stone chip on it so the body shop can blow the seals in white to match, but the underside of the car will be black. All the rest of it's already black anyway, so we're just going to kind of feather up to that. That's the aim of today, and then we're going to get the doors bolted back on. So it's probably a little bit of a short video. We'll do a bit of a round up at the end, and then what I'd like to do really is have James's impressions of collecting the car, and you'll see his Volvo 960 again, collecting it and taking it home. And then I believe he's going to have to look to get it to book in for paint, but I'll follow along a little bit at the end of the video. We're not just going to, like, you know, dump it to James and not touch it again. I'd like to be a part of the rebuild, and I'd like to see it get painted and stuff and follow it through and see it to the end. So yeah, where have we been up to? So inside, that's like a white stone chip. Literally it's just to feather it in. So this is all the old sound deadening, and I've said to James, I've done that purely so it's got an extra layer, because obviously the car is outside at the moment. It was in like zinc primer, so it should be okay. But I have left him another tin of this. So he said he wants to get rid of all this sound deadening, so he can paint it all himself. That's not a big job, so he can get that done. That's not a problem. So that's the inside done. I want to get the doors bolted back on it really. And then what we're going to do is get the underside stone chip, like I say. So it's a bit of a short video. I'll try and film as much as I can. When I'm back in the workshop, better lighting and stuff like that, I'm going to work on the camera angles a little bit more for you guys, and I'm going to bring you better content, because I want to bring you better content. This poor thing has been a little bit, not rushed because I've spent the time doing the car, but the filming side of it has been rushed, and I don't like that. I want to bring you as much detail as possible, where possible. Right, let's crack on. Did you find that funny? Yeah, that was fun in the rain. Right, both doors are on, and I have to admit, I'm not too unhappy with them. So, yeah, they fit pretty well. Quite happy. Absolutely perfect on both swage lines. tight there, but it hasn't got a shim, so it will need shimming back, but we've got the space to come back here. If I remember rightly, this top one had 2 shims on, so remember that, James? 2 shims at the top. Bottom's absolutely perfect. It does open and close and clear, but yeah, absolutely happy with that. Fits really nice along here, really nice all the way down there. And this one's even better. This is like I haven't been there. It's really, really nice, and even more tidy down there. Bring you guys in if I can get around the carport. Absolutely perfect. Can't say fairer than that. Just shows Get Heritage Skins, don't muck around with anything else. That's bob on. Yeah, happy with that. Right, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to stone chip this side off the ramps, up the stand to the side, stone chip that side. Then we're done. Then we're done. There's a few little bits and pieces to tidy up, but like I say, a lot of this is happening in paint prep stage. But before I get on with the stone chip, remember to subscribe to the channel, guys. You don't know how much that helps us. Giving this video a thumbs up. Then why not drop into the description below, where you'll find 2 sponsors. Minimine, there's a discount code on screen now, for 10% off when you spend £15 or more on their eBay store. James is going to be doing a lot of that when it's painted. So go check that out, guys. Massive way of helping me giving back to you guys, and obviously it helps the channel as well, so go check them out. All your bits and pieces you need are there. And we've got Frost Restoration, which you use a lot of their products, sealer, paints and stuff like that. There's a link description there and a discount code for them, all in the description. While you're there, I've got an eBay shop. I'm working on the website, but right now it's easier for me to sell on eBay, and I am working on some more merchandise. Some emails have been sent back and forth for some more stuff. Like mugs, I get asked for nearly every week, and I really want a mug too, so we'll be getting them. But there's some beanie hats left, and there is some stickers and stuff like that, and I will be bringing them to Bingley Hall, which will be available there to save you on the postage and stuff like that. I know I'm not wearing one now. I've worn my one so much this week. My Slim's Classics hat is in the wash, so so yeah. Thank you very much, guys. There are 2 ways you can a few ways you can support the channel, and if you really want to go further, you can become a channel member or a Patreon. Patreon, I try and update some of the behind the scenes stuff of what things I'm looking at, what I'm trying to do, and same with the members on YouTube. It's a really good interactive way of chatting with you guys, and you get a little bit of behind the scenes footage. So it's a little donation, but if you wouldn't mind checking it out, I'd really appreciate it. Right, I'm going to get some paint out and get going. Right, so that's us all masked up. You can be using Newport Gravitex again. I really like this. It's a decent product. And I'm assuming at paint stage they're going to mask off the seal and paint the seal white, so it obviously looks nice. But we're going to blow it all in now for now, with some good rubberized protection with that. Yes, it looks like I'm wearing marigolds. I'm actually not. So these are got little marigold kind of bobbles on them, so I'm not going to do the washing up, but I got these off eBay. They're made by a company called Worth, which is a really good brand. The best latex gloves I've ever had. They honestly, they don't rip. Well, they don't rip as easy. Obviously they would, but yeah, it's worth spending some money on decent gloves, because I can't stand gloves like when you're working and they just fall to pieces within seconds. But these are really, really decent. So no, I'm not washing up. We're going to get some painting done. So more of a shake, and let's get it on. Right guys, so that didn't become chaotic very quickly. I had like an hour and then suddenly I had no time, and as you can see it's now getting dark. I even made the mistake of not masking up that side, but luckily I've become pretty good with a short saw stone chip gun now. So so the whole of all my repairs basically have had 2 coats of stone chip, and I've also done up inside the arches. I'll try my best now with torchlight to show you, as this is now the last day. I don't have any more time on the cars now. I've got to pack my house up and get moved. So big milestone really. A massive relief for me, but a big milestone really. So yeah, I'll show you what I can show you, and then we'll go from there. Right, so all up in there, as you can see. If I can try and get the light up in there for you. So obviously awful lighting, I do apologise, but that's all blacked up in there, and then it all follows round under there. So you obviously get the gist. I would have tried to do a bit more filming, but I can't see what I'm doing, so you're never going to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. I've basically had 4 days solid on this car to get it over the hurdle so we can move. Right, enough of me. Let's have a quick recap of this video, and then I'll let you know what's happening with this car moving forward. Right, so what is next? So Eve is now going to get collected by James, and then he'll obviously find a paint shop. I think he said he might have found one to get the paintwork done and a body prep. Obviously it's going to need panels kind of fettling a bit more because the doors are in, but the door hinges are broken, so James can have to order them and stuff like that. So the car will now go back to James, go into storage for a bit, or potentially go straight to a paint shop. I don't know yet. I do just wanted to say, even though this has been massively rushed the last 4 days, and it's been horrendously stressful, and I think I've done like 15-hour days on it to get it to this point, I'm happy it's done now, and I'm glad I saw it through to the end, because there was a moment where I was in quite a bad place in the old unit, and I was really struggling with things. I thought I'd never get any of these jobs done, but it just shows under pressure you can really knock stuff out. And I could got to hold my head high for that. I mean, there's aspects of the car that aren't perfect, like I've mentioned about the front end and stuff like that. I'm not massively impressed with it, but previous accident damage, I've done the best I can. But the repairs on the underside of the vehicle have got rid of all that rot and that horror. And he's had like full front, hasn't it, scuttle, doors, boot floor repair, valance. It's had a lot of work, but now it's ready for paint and ready for the final exciting stage. So what is next for the channel, and where do I plan on things going next? Basically, I'm going to hit the MPI hard next. So the MPI is in the garage. We're going to get that into the new unit, and we're going to just finish off. All it needs is basically a back panel repair here, an arch repair, probably a boot floor, and a balance, basically same as this. And we'll get that back to Pete, and that's another one off the paint then. What is exciting is there's a really cool project lined up in the future with Pete, and I'm really excited to bring that to you guys. It's something I've never done on the channel before, so obviously stay watching that. It'll probably be towards the end of the year. So with that in mind, where are we going to go next? I'm going to go onto Amazon, I think. I really want that car done. I'm missing I've got the V70 for now, but I'm missing a proper Volvo, and I've wanted that since I was a kid. So it's a big elephant in the room just sat there, and I really want to get it done. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to move house. The Amazon and the MPI are going to go to the unit. We're going to have a big jiggy around there. The 89 is booked for paint end of February, so there's a really exciting collaboration. Hopefully all that goes through to plan. Really good collaboration, and you'll finally see the 89. So Mrs. S's little Mini in paint, so that's another one ticked off the list. So it's potentially 2 Minis off for paint and 1 Mini in paint before March. We can't go wrong there, can we? That being said, I'm obviously moving house, and that's stressful enough as it is. I hate it. I just can't stand it. I've just moved units, and now I'm going to have to move stuff back, and it's all a mess. But it's for the greater good of my life, and I can't knock that. So yeah, I'm sorry for how rushed these videos have been on the Mayfair recently, and obviously apologise to James a little bit because I wanted to document more detail. But me and James are friends. I'll see this car to the end, and like I say, when it's painted, I'll go and help him put it together or something, or we'll catch up with James. But either way, we'll catch up with James when he comes to collect the car, and hopefully he's happy with the work and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been exciting nonetheless. It really has. I'm quite excited to see it gone, but excited for its next part of its journey. Right, before he loses the light completely, I've now got to run to the unit, do a carload of stuff to the unit. And while you're watching this, I don't know when it's going to go out, I'll be prepping them for Bingley Hall, which is a matter of days away. and I go away on a little holiday break with Mrs S for a bit. So there's quite a lot going on in like the space of the next kind of week. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, and I'm going to stop ranting, and I'll try and leave you some clips at the end of how the car came to me and what it looks like now as it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. On to the next car. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Let's get these cars built.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.